This is the time when we are all struggling. This is also the time when we are all becoming pretty much, more enthusiastic. We are gaining more confidence. We are observing and experiencing different kind of scenarios being at home. We have to log into our systems, we have to work, we might have to support our businesses over the calls, we might have to even visit our businesses. I remember there are certain projects where people, even though in limited amount, the people are still working because to provide the essential services. Now L&T has come up as a leader in such situation. I would just begin with the storytelling concept and how it could be helpful for you all to talk to your business, to make them comfortable, to get them the belief that we, as part of Larsen and Toubro Group, we are all together working as a team uninterrupted. Okay, now I move on to the next slide. You could see here, there I'm talking about certain facts. Now I would request you guys to answer in the chat window, or you can unmute yourself, answer quickly and mute yourself by answering these questions. Here are a couple of questions for you all. Can anyone tell me when was Larsen and Toubro Group founded? Let us see how much we are well aware of our industry, we are aware of our organization. Any answers, guys? You can unmute quickly, you can speak, you can mute yourself, or you can put in the chat window quickly. Okay, I give 10 seconds more. Anyone who would like to answer? When?
1938.
Perfect. What was the
1938.
What was the month and day?
7th of February.
February 1938. Wonderful. I receive a lot of response. February 1938, L&T was founded. Okay. Anyone remembers the day when it was founded?
7th of Feb. 7th.
7th. Perfect. So I hope Wikipedia is not open on our systems. We are not Googling up quickly. But even though we do, that means yes, we are pretty much interested to know our organization more. Can anyone tell me how many employees are there as of 2019 statistics? As of 2019, how many employees are there as part of Larsen and Toubro Group?
Approximately 47,000 permanent
Perfect.
employees.
One answer. 47,000. I take one answer. Anyone else? 14,001. 14,002. The last bidding. Anyone else? Perfect, sir. Which website you opened, sir?
Sir, Googled it.
Perfect. Okay, we rely most on the Google. 44,716, right? Is this your answer?
761. 44,761.
Okay. Perfect. 44,761 is the employee strength. This is another answer which I have got. Perfect. Do you know how many subsidiaries L&T hold? Subsidiaries? How many subsidiaries L&T is holding currently? Can any organization work stand alone? And that too a giant like a Larsen and Toubro Group into many verticals. Any assumptions? I just want blind spotted answers, guys. Do not worry. Google, we can do it. Don't worry. Just come up with the answers you have. Last 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
38.
Okay. 38. I got one answer. 38 subsidiaries.
13,
Well,
1,
I
3.
move to the next question. 13, 1-3. I got another answer. How many associates? My third question. How many associations? How many associates L&T has? 8. We are coming with much accurate answers, so I hope we have a parallel window open now. That's also a good news. 8. One answer is 8. L&T is associated with how many companies? Last 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. I move on to the last question. Joint ventures. How many joint ventures do you think L&T has? Any clue, guys?
34.
Wonderful. 34. Any more guesses? I'm noting it down. 34 is one answer which I got. Last 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. I would park the question of net income and total assets. It talks more on the figures in billions and crores. So I'm not putting across these two questions of net income and total assets. But well, I would tell you the reason why did I ask you about these facts. Being part of Larsen and Toubro Group, I have served L&T for almost 4 to 5 years. We always used to have one thing common in mind. There was a delivery manager which used to tell us that if you are integrated with an organization, well, I do remember he used to mention that every day, at least for 3 minutes, he used to open L&T's website and go through the content. Even though it is the same content he reads every day, but it became as a habit. Now, how it is gonna be helpful? This is something which I got to know from my delivery manager for whom I was working with, for the project I was working with. But I just wanted to share this with you guys. What was that important? Why such a person having almost 28 years experience in the industry, and that too in the construction and the manufacturing industry? Why did he bother about taking 3 minutes of time every day to access the website of this company? There was only one answer. He just didn't want to let even a single information pass. He wanted to be aware what is the organization with which he is working with. He used to get that proud feeling of the organization with which he is stringed. Now, these facts are helpful for us in what situations? We talk to our businesses, we talk to our stakeholders. So I will call stakeholders. I will not use the term business for stakeholders, rather I will call stakeholders, which involves even the labors, the daily wages, the project in charge, site in charge, project manager, civil engineers, and so. They include everyone. The people with whom we do the business, we do the joint venture, we procure material, we deliver the product, we get the payment. They are all our stakeholders. Now, when we talk to them, we have these facts in our mind. We are well aware, they will be confident that we are aware of our own corporate for which we are working with. Now, to answer the questions accurately, let me take you to the next slide. After asking you these questions, you can see the real figures here. 44,761 is the staff count as of 2019 data. L&T was founded on 7th of February 1938. You are correct. There are 93 subsidiaries. There are 8 associates, and L&T has the joint venture with 34 companies so far. You could see the total income, net income, and the total assets also. So I would not get in depth of this, but this is just to make each and everyone aware of these facts. I hope most of us know this. In case we do not know this, not to worry. Now we know. Okay. Now I take you to the next part of this slide. Okay. Small change in answering pattern. Now here, when I ask you questions, I would request, let us make one more bonding. When you answer the question, I would request you to tell your name proudly and then answer the question so that we can start with the bonding. Okay. So here comes the activity time. I would request you guys to take one pen and a paper with you. I would wait for another 10-15 seconds till the time you just pick up a pen and paper. Trust me, it is gonna pay off, each and every one of us. The timer starts now. 14, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. Time up. I hope we have the pen and paper handy, right? Now you can be audible, guys. We can talk. Do we have pen and paper with us?
Yes.
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 Perfect,
Ganesh
sir.
Kumar, yes.
Yes. Yes.
Wonderful, sir. Thank you, Ganesh.
Balamurugan,
Everyone,
yes.
instructions. Wonderful, Balamurugan. Give your name
Santosh
and
Kumar,
then the
yes.
answer.
Santosh Kumar,
Thank
yes.
you.
Adnan,
Thanks,
yes.
Santosh. Thank you. Now,
Subramaniam,
I
yes.
hope majority of... Thank you, Subramaniam. Well, now to pause here. The activity is something like this. Whatever comes to your mind, whatever, please do listen to the instruction here. Whatever comes to your mind, kindly draw it, write it, scribble it on the piece of paper that you have right now in front of you. I just want you to draw 3 things that comes to your mind at this point of time. 3 things. Could be anything. Please note, it could be anything. You have 10 seconds for it. 8, 6, 4, 2. Time up. Well, may I know from some of the volunteers, I would request now 3 people, any 3 people who can speak their names loud. Let me note it down and we can talk to them. Any 3 people, please, volunteers.
Velayudan. The
I'm
first
sorry, sir, I didn't get your
volunteer.
name.
Velayudan.
Yeah, maybe I'm missing. Can you just put in the chat? It would be helpful for me. Velayudan.
Hello,
Thank you,
it's
sir.
Velayudan.
Yeah, thank you. Got your name. Second volunteer.
T. Shanmugasundaram.
Thank you. T. Shanmugam Sundaram.
Yes.
Third volunteer.
Yes.
Balamurugan.
Balamurgan. Thank you so much. Now, rest of all, I would request you all to mute yourself. Let us now talk with our 3 volunteers. Let me just start with Mr. Velayudan. Sir, what did come to your mind when I asked you to draw 3 things on the piece of paper?
Uh, the three things that comes to my mind is uh, I am feeling blessed and I am lucky
Wonderful.
enough
Blessed.
to work in L&D
Okay.
and I am feeling secured during this crisis time also.
Wonderful. My second question to you, sir: how did you draw this? Did you write it? Did you draw a picture of it? How did you do it?
Uh, I would draw a smiley.
Wonderful. That's how you expressed
Am I
yourself.
audible now?
Thank you. Yes, yes, very well.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I'll go to the second volunteer, Mr. T. Shanmugam. Can you hear us, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I am hearing it.
Yes.
Yes, sir. I am able
May
to
I
hear your
request you
voice.
to answer the same thing? Yeah. May I
Yeah, actually, I
request
am
you?
not drawn. I am not drawn. Actually, I have written
Mhm.
3 words. My first word is parents.
Please speak up. Parents?
Because my parents are there in my native village. I am staying here in Bangalore. So even though I am interacting
Okay.
with them regularly, just I have a little worry that I am missing them a lot. So I'm just sincerely praying them they should be safe. So in this crisis situation, I am not able to there with them. I have that feel in my mind. So I written my first word is parents.
Perfect. God bless them.
My
Yes.
my
What
second
was
word
the second?
is my project name, Bile T2. I have written about my project name.
Okay.
And third word I have written as L and T.
What is the third thing?
L and T. I written our company
LNT.
name.
Well,
Yeah.
perfect. Okay. Thank you so much. I'll
Yeah.
go to
Thank you,
my
sir.
third volunteer, Mr. Balamurgan. Are you there with us?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I
Yeah.
drawn 3 things. The number one is the symbol of a fact, typical office building, which normally icon. It's an
Okay.
icon one. And the second one is L&T
Okay.
logo. Third thing is a symbol of a
Okay.
home.
Home.
Home, yes.
Okay.
House, home,
A
house.
question. Yeah. Question to you. Why did you
Yes.
draw home and office building?
Yes, I'm mostly associated with my offices. Moreover, I'm working right from home. Maybe that may be the thing, but I'm not sure why this thing came to me. Just incidentally, these things came to mind, and I drawn it. And I think
Perfect.
maybe the things that just because I'm working from home, I could draw the symbol of home as well as a company. And just because I'm working in L&T and we are having that training under the right moment is we are discussing on the L&T and its background and current things and all. So maybe the things help with the L&T logo.
Perfect.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot to all the 3 volunteers. Yeah. Now, whatever had come to your mind, you have put it on piece of paper. Now, guys, a question to everyone. Yeah. Do not answer this question to me, but think about it. When we talk about something, we take a subject, we get into a conversation, we talk about some agenda. What is the thing that comes to our mind? Is that at that point of time, what are we gonna talk about? What are we missing about? And what are we proud of? We have different stages of phases of our mind. We have our conscious mind, we have our subconscious mind. Trust me, with due preparation, you can control your subconscious mind. You will not be able to control it unless and until you have the preparation for it. Whatever you do instantly, when something is being asked to you and you do something instantly is a result of whatever we have been doing till now, how we have been living till now, how we have been interacting with people till now. It is the output of all these factors. In storytelling, now I am touching the topic here. For being a storyteller, trust me, you need to be first self aware. You need to know about yourself first. You need to know about your organization if you are working. Next, you need to know about your surrounding and the environment, and you need to be social enough. Unless and until any of these factors are touched upon, we cannot be a good storyteller. In fact, I would say we will not be even a storyteller. Who is a storyteller? And why do we need to know about that we should be a storyteller for our business in this COVID-19 crisis? Do you all know what is the current situation of the market? Do we know how we are holding the projects with us? Do we know how Mr. SNS or Mr. AM Naik, they have been able to catch hold of the business stakeholders to gain the trust? It's all because of you all. Just because of you all. Trust me, each and every one of you. Now, when I get further into this, let's see what we understand here. You could see here a mark which I have given, the image. Can you just see? In such scenario, even though our most of the business depends on manufacturing, construction, and a lot of things, civil infrastructure, smart waters, and this and lot many things, to name a few. In this crisis, L&T has emerged as a leader, donating 150 crores to the PM Care Fund. On top of that, even this company has committed to pay 1,60,000 contract laborers despite the disruption in work. I hope you can understand the fact here. I am just putting a small number for you all. We would remember this time at such a time where we have even seen that the crisis is on high. We are seeing the businesses are going low. We are seeing the projects are on hold. Still, the company entered into the corporate social responsibility, has taken up the agenda, have donated, have even committed to pay 1,60,000 laborers, contract laborers. Please, not to leave this fact, other than the 44,761 staff, L&T has committed to pay even 1,60,000 contractual laborers. So we have to note this point. This will help us to even communicate more proudly with our business. Now, I would tell you about some impact before I go into certain stories. I wanted to share 4 stories with you all. Very simple. Not none more like what you receive on WhatsApp or TikTok nowadays, but these are something, of the hidden warriors. Before that, you see the impact. Tesla. I hope we are all aware of this. Tesla has cut down 75% of on-site staff at Nevada factory. See the impact. Starbucks, some or the other way we might have heard of this. Have said they have committed to pay its workforce for just next 30 days. What about aftermath? What about the 31st day? What about the situation? Touch wood, the situation, if it extends beyond that, who will take care of the employees? SoftBank, we all know, in our Indian startup industry, Paytm, PhonePe, lot many startups, Zomato, Swiggy, everyone is backed by SoftBank, Oyo, the major stakeholder, SoftBanks. These all companies, they have started the layoff procedure immediately. They just panic seeing the situation and the crisis. We are making a story here. We are making, a sort of a history here, that even in certain situations where people are losing hope, they are panicking, industries are shaking, the global economy is shuttling down. What some companies are doing, this is the impact. Nike, they are closing many stores globally. What about the workforce? No one knows. Now I would show you a different picture altogether. There are companies who are minting out money, who are gaining something even in the crisis time. We should know about. Not all industries are impacted. Not all businesses are impacted. The influential ones, you see Domino's, 10,000 workers they are yet to hire. Amazon, 1 lakh workers. Apple says they will even pay to the contractors who are out of work, similar to how L&T has pledged. Google, Facebook, they have offered the paid leaves to parents affected by the school closures. Now, with these in mind, I would just like you guys, I made a small atmosphere. I built up a small story for you guys. I gave you certain facts. I showed you the impact. I showed you the influence even in the optimistic side. Now, I want you to help me with one more activity. I will show you this picture for another 30 seconds. In the meantime, I will speak to you all. Again, I would request 2 volunteers from you all, except the ones who have already participated. I request 2 volunteers, please. I would tell what is the dare, but have a look at this picture. I give you 30 seconds. Have a look at this picture, and 2 volunteers, please unmute yourself, speak your name loud and clear so that everyone can know you. 15 seconds up. May I get the first volunteer name? Don't be afraid. Let's play out this. This shall too pass. Am I audible, guys? I'm sorry, bit late to ask. Am I?
Yeah, you're audible, Chandra. You're audible.
Yeah. So I would request two
I request two
volunteers to.
participants to please give your come to volunteer.
Yeah, I could see Prabir Kumar. Okay, Prabir's answer is yes. Probably I'll not pull you forcefully, Prabir, but yes. Volunteer number 1.
Hello.
Yeah. Yes, Santanu.
Shantanu. Yes, sir.
Yes, Santanu. Thank you so much for volunteering, Santanu. Got your name. Santanu, little bit, can you please be little bit louder?
Yes, sir. Am I audible now, sir?
Yes. Yeah. May I get the second volunteer? Okay. Open for everyone. Anyone can volunteer. May I get the second
Sir, this is
volunteer?
NK Verma.
So this is Shanmugh Sundaram.
Hi, NK Verma. Okay. So, Mr. Shanmugam Sundaram, I'll keep you for the next activity. Now, I just got NK Verma just couple of milliseconds before. Okay.
No problem. No problem.
Thank
No
you
issue.
so much.
Thank
Yeah. So, This activity is basically for every one of you. Now I want you all to do a 15 seconds exercise. 15 seconds. Now what I want you to do is, by seeing this picture, what comes to your mind? Think about it. If you can write it, please do write it in next 30 seconds. First 15 seconds to think about it, and some total of 30 seconds to think and write. Whatever comes to your mind, just write by seeing this picture. Your time starts now. And for our volunteers, please start this activity. I would anticipate you to tell me, what did you foresee or perceive? What did you perceive by seeing this picture? What comes to your mind? What is running in your mind by seeing this picture? 10 seconds up. 5 seconds up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Time up, guys. Let's start with our first volunteer. Who would like to opt first? Mr. N.K. Verma, Mr. Shantanu?
Yes, sir. I am ready, sir.
Thank you so much, N.K. Verma. Please begin with, what did come to your mind?
Yes, sir. From the picture, I have appeared that caretaker of one children's, they have went outside in the lawn for visit, and husband and wife are working inside the house, and husband came outside and saying that they are returning back. He may be a little bit worried about the current scenario and asked with how we have left him go outside for the wandering in this type of situation. That's why he is
Perfect.
calling to his wife.
Wonderful. So, who is the lady there? Is that the wife,
Maybe
or the wife is
caretaker
at
for
home?
maid. Her maid may be there.
Okay. Wonderful. Maybe. Please note the point. Maybe. Okay. It will help us. Wonderful
Okay, sir.
try. Let's go to our second volunteer. Thank you so much, N.K. Verma.
Thank
Santanu.
you, sir.
Sir, the picture seems like that the person is with his family and the children.
Yes.
It is like one quite a
Okay.
nice day, but he is busy with his phone calls from office.
Okay. Same as all of us. Okay. So you perceived this. Well, thank you so much. Now, to all the other participants, close to 50 people, 45, 50 people, I would request you guys, think about it. Think of a story. What comes to your mind by seeing this blurred image? I did not show you the clear image. Please note the point. I did not show you a clear image. I showed you a blurred vision of the image, because it creates a perception in our mind, and we come up with our psychological facts. We link it and we come up with a story here. And see, our volunteers have done pretty well. Anyone else would like to tell what has come, something different in their mind? I would wait for next 5 seconds. Anyone? I'm
Yeah,
open to
yeah,
anyone.
yeah. This is Sundaram.
Yes, Shanmugam, please.
Yeah, what I observed is there is a mother, she is carrying her kid, and there is one
Okay.
more girl kid, she is standing a little away from her, and they are in a garden. I am thinking that the person is some other third person, he is watching them and he is
Okay.
observing them and he is intimating about their current condition to somebody else over the mobile. This is the thing thought in my mind.
Perfect.
ಮಾತಾಡೋದು
Yeah.
ವಾಯ್ಸ್
I
ಇದು
am not able to relate. The person is a family person of that mother and the kid and the girl.
Perfect.
I'm
No problem,
able to
sir.
perceive him as
No,
a third person only.
ಯಾರಿಗಾರು ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು.
perfect. That's absolutely fine. So we are just on the verge of perceiving. There is nothing right here. There is nothing wrong here. We are in open mind. So this activity was just to open it up. Anyone else would like to contribute here? Last one
Once
entry.
again,
Anyone else?
once again, it's once again it's Velayudan.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Yeah, what I am
Yes,
saying
Velayudan,
is,
sir. We can hear you.
a family has come for an excursion or something like a one day tour kind of things. And
Okay.
while the family is playing, the husband is on the phone and he is like working for office. He is attending a call from the office and he is very much busy with that. So the others are playing and he is just watching, attending the phone from the office.
Wonderful. So see, out of four
ಯಾರ್ದಾರು
stories, two stories are correlating with the office calls.
ವಾಯ್ಸ್
This
ಬರ್ತಾ
much
ಇದೆ.
impact we have.
ಇದನ್ನ ಆನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾ?
This much impact we have of our office calls. Now I would request each and everyone to mute yourself, please. Thank you.
Sorry to interrupt, Chandra. I request Chanaya Gavimak to please mute your audio. Kindly mute your audio.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can carry on, Chandra.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Yeah, so this was one part of the story, guys. Now, do you see the next image? Again, I would request here just one volunteer. See the image, perceive the image for next 10 seconds, guys. The timer starts now. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time up. Anyone volunteer who would like to tell me what did you perceive with this image? You can please unmute and speak your name first. Any one volunteer, guys. I would request, please come up. It's a wonderful opportunity for
Yeah,
us being at home
this is
back.
Balamurugan.
Yes, sir. Please, Balamurgan, tell me.
Yeah, I presume that husband and wife are at home, and husband is trying to draw her wife picture in the pad. Simple,
Wonderful, sir.
simple sketch.
This is the effect of coronavirus.
Yeah, yeah, maybe they are
Being
having
at
some
home.
tissue papers also in front of them, and the poster
Yes.
is looking like something he's going to draw. There, he's not going to write.
Wonderful. So I see we are all revolving about that we are all packed at home. We are talking more or less with respect to the family aspect. Now we are also talking with respect to the husband wife aspect also. I hope we are all watching each other for a long time. Rarely we get once in 100 years such opportunity to be together and see, draw pictures. Now here again I would like to emphasize, we just saw a blurred image. We could see only fraction of that is clear to us, and we started picking up the objects. Please understand and focus here that we started pointing out at the things. We started capturing that, okay, pen, paper, husband, wife, tissue paper. In the previous image, mobile phone, the action of the person. We started correlating with the facts, and then we started coming up with a story, even though we don't know anything about it, just a static image. The same situation arises when we speak to our stakeholders. When we are prepared, we are confident. Please mark my words. When we are prepared for a presentation, for a discussion, for a talk, we are confident. If we are not prepared, we will come up with the perceptions. We will speak as and when what comes to our mind on the basis of our past experiences. We are all made up of what? Just the bones, skins, nerves, blood? No. We are all made up of, with the help of the society we live in, the atmosphere we live in, the house we live in, the friends we have, parents, siblings, what school, colleges, what institutions, what offices we work with, what type of crowd we work with, what type of people we interact with more. We start adapting to it. We start grabbing the things sooner or later, and that becomes our identity. For being a storyteller, we need to understand that we need to know the dots. If we understand the dots, we can connect those dots correctly and nicely. But to mention here, there is nothing right or wrong. When you talk, when you communicate a message, there is nothing right or wrong in that. So, for being a storyteller for your business in this COVID-19 crisis, I would sincerely anticipate and request each and every one of you to start the conversation with your businesses with hi, hello. Can anyone tell me? We attend phone calls, we attend conference calls on Skype, Communicator, Microsoft Teams, or any of the platform. Can any two people tell me how do you start the conversation with the stakeholders on the call or over the call? Just two people. Please unmute yourself and tell me how do you start the conversation before I tell you what is that we should be doing at this juncture. Any two people, please.
Hello, sir. This is NK Verma again here. Right now, in current
Yes, Mr.
scenario,
NK Verma.
we are just starting with how are you, what is the condition around your society, and any you are getting all the necessary things like that. We just starting with that, then we start proceeding further.
Perfect. Anyone else? Thank you
Hello,
so much, Mr. NK Verma.
sir
Yes,
Subramaniam.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, whenever we started discussion, first we'll ask whether they are safe at home or not.
Perfect. This is how we learn with time. This is something which we don't just read out in the books or listen to the news channels. This comes with us, with our etiquettes, with our care, with our feelings. Now, to answer you all, whenever you start the conversation with your stakeholders, please do remember the thumb rule as a storyteller. Storyteller does not always mean who just keep on saying stories to the businesses. Storyteller is also one who is a good communicator. Even you join a meeting or a call for 5 minutes, your presence, your one statement in the call can make you stand out of that. You should start your conversation with asking about the other person's welfare. Not just the person, also do ask about the family members. Now, let me just start off a conversation. For example, Mr. NK Verma, let me talk to you.
Yes, sir.
Okay? I hope if you are okay.
Yes,
So,
sir. Yes, sir.
say I am the stakeholder, okay, for your
Okay, sir.
business.
Okay,
We
sir.
have to get into a call. You just ring me up and you say, "Hi, Chandra." My answer would be, "Hi, Mr. NK Verma. Hope you are doing good and hope your family is also doing good." This gives an attachment and a bonding to start with. I know these repetitive sentences or the statements might lead to, like how people say, why do we ask the same thing, same question again and again? It gives us an embarrassing feeling. Does it look like we are working or speaking like parrots? No. It shows our care and consideration when we say, hi, how are you doing? How is your family doing? Are everyone safe at home? Once you
Yes, sir.
get the answer satisfactorily, you are done. I hope the message is well passed. Thank you,
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
N.K. Verma.
Thank you, sir.
For everyone, I hope the message is quite clear. Salutation, beginning with a greeting message, not just, hi, how are you doing? Okay. That was still now we have been doing for last 10, 20, 30 years. Now we have got an opportunity. Let us ask, let us show our care. Let us be a good storyteller to start the conversation, not with the business directly. Business will somehow continue. Even though the global economy is gonna be impacted hugely, but trust me, this economy will again furnish just because of the attitude of the people. How are we gonna take up the next attempt? It depends on how we start the storytelling now. Be a good storyteller. Start the conversation with a greeting message asking about the health of the other person and the people joined in the call along with their family members. If you can't ask each and everyone, how are you? How are your family? Pass on a generic message. Hope everyone is doing good. Hope everyone's family is safe. No need to expect an answer in return. Pass on your greeting, your message this way. Now, I take you to my next slide, which is more or less of a story I wanted to share. There are just 4 stories I wanted to talk to you about. How many of us use WhatsApp? I know a very wrong question, but still, I hope 100% of us use WhatsApp. Yes? No? You can unmute and talk.
Yes, sir.
I am open.
Yes.
Perfect. Now we see a lot of messages being circulated. We see a lot of videos, we see a lot of memes coming up, lot of trolls happening. Did we emphasize on something which is very critical? We are in the mindset currently. We stick to the news channels. We see how many cases are there. Morning also we see how many cases, new cases have come, in which part of the world, which part of the country, which state, which city. How many people near me are infected? How many demises have happened? We are more concerned by seeing all the statistics. We are just making our mind to interpret, reinterpret, again interpret the same thing over a period of time, again and again, again and again. What does it land up? Where does it land up? I wanted to distract you guys for a couple of minutes to an hour to focus on something other than those things which are happening. You just spend 10 minutes in a day to know one time what is the current situation. Shut it down. Keep your minds peace. Have a peaceful situation. Keep calm. Spend time with your family. Analyze. Do a self introspection. Focusing on work, doing work from home, or even though you are not in a situation to do work from home, I do understand. At that time, the only thing left with us is the self introspection at this point. I hope you will all agree. We have all learned in such situations, even the rich people are having less immunity compared to the poor. Even we are happy living at our homes rather than going on vacations. Please do understand there are certain aspects when you become a storyteller, when you talk to your business, there should not be an influence on your mind. and your discussion starts from that influence. You talk to your business, you talk to the talk on the topic, you talk with respect to the topic. We get more influenced by the biasedness of the situations roaming around. We are in the mindset. So here I will tell you four stories which I have collected, short stories, before we get into the next activity here. You see here this person. I hope you could see the slide here. How many of you have heard of Mr. Kamla Lochan Baliar Singh? Has anyone heard of this name ever in your lifetime, guys? I'm asking each and everyone on this call. Have you heard of this name ever in your lifetime?
No, sir.
Yes, no,
No.
no. Because we hear, we see only the things which are shared with us. And what is shared? Which is popular. But there are certain stories which are hidden. There are messages which will help us to build our stories for our businesses, which will boost us to use the right ethics, to use the right aspect, to bring the right thing in front of our stakeholders. This story of Mr. Kamla Lochan Baliar Singh, this guy, 60 years old man from Bhubaneswar, he lives in extreme poverty. Can you believe? A person who does not have anything to eat, who does not know that whether he will get his morning breakfast or he will get the food for the entire day or for even a week also. Even despite of all these things, whenever he encounters to get a situation and feel blessed to get food, he feeds it to the stray dogs. He feeds them as well, along with feeding him. I know this will not become a trending part on Instagram or TikTok or WhatsApp or Twitter or any of these social media handles, because these guys cannot afford to use that. Not everyone is in the reach to take their photos or videos and share. Somehow some person at some point of time might have captured it, and these lies somewhere on the Google on 90th page, not just on the first page. We Google, we see what comes first on our Google search engine. Then we don't even dare to go on third page, 10th page, or 12th page, or 20th page on the Google. But these people lie somewhere at 100 pages. Here, the message what I wanted to pass is, who is richer here? This 60-year-old man who survives just on getting the food from others, and in that also he has the guts and heart to share it with someone. This is the message. Sharing is caring. At this juncture, we when we talk to our businesses, we are being paid out from our businesses, we are blessed. And in that situation also, how much open and happy we are. We should feel proud of it every moment. To conclude with this story, feel proud, feel happy, feel blessed. Have the sharing and caring attitude for people. This not only implies that we should now only open the gates, go out and start distributing food. Please, let's not do that. There is a restriction. We should sit at home. But with that mindset, whatever we can do, let us try to think about it. I see now there are 44 brains joined this call, 43 brains who are in this call. I see everyone has one creative aspect. I see even hundreds of people who are joining this webinars or the trainings. Everyone has one aspect common, the creativity. Find it out. I leave this exercise to you. I move on to the next story. This story again, I hope not as Mr. Baliar Singh, but this story is about this gentleman, Mr. Omkar Nath Sharma. Have you heard of this name ever, guys? Mr. Omkar Nath Sharma. In India, we call him as Medicine Baba, but I can assure everyone, none of us would have heard of his name. If anyone would have heard his name, please raise a flag now. Please let me know if you have heard of his name ever. Well, silence. No. This person, he started off a free medicine bank. Trust me. At this juncture, when we are facing at certain places a shortage of medicines, I am just trying to correlate with this COVID-19 pandemic, guys. At this juncture, when we are in a situation where there could be a scarcity of medicines in our country, you would have seen this gentleman, this guy, Mr. Omkar Nath Sharma, has been collecting medicines for the needy people from the people who have those in abundance and unused. I hope you remember, if we go to hospitals, doctors would prescribe 5 days medication course. They would prescribe 7 days, 10 days, 20 days medication. Sometimes we feel good even after taking medication after 3 days itself. What do you do after buying a medicine for say a week or a month? What do we do? I want an answer from you people. What do we do? Say you buy 10 paracetamols or you buy some antibiotic which you don't know that you can take it later. What do you do with those medicines? Can anyone answer that, please? You can unmute and start answering.
Sir, we keep them stacked for future use. This is Das Mridant here.
Perfect. So we keep them stack. Okay. Every medicine has an expiry date. By God's grace, we are not in a situation to take those medications. We don't want or need those medicines. Do we tend to even go back and see our medicine box or the first aid kit, and do we try even this process to check which all medications or the medicines available with us are going to expire, and do we go and give it back? Has anyone tried that? This question even is for myself. This is for each and every one of us. If any medicine is unutilized, how many of us have kept a track of the expiry date on the medicine and has given it to the dispensary or the medical store or to the doctors? Has anyone done that? Please unmute yourself and tell me. Or you can even say no. I'm very happy. At least we can talk by this way. Just unmute yourself and say no. No problem.
Sir, there are future medicine donation box in yeah, different banks, government banks. I personally have donated medicines which are literally unused to those donation box.
Perfect. Thank you, Mr. Santanu, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for such a wonderful experience which you have shared. The same thing, we all get involved in our day to day life in such an extent that we focus on our main priority things, who dare to go and open the first aid kit or the medicine box and see the expiry date? No, few, only few of us do that. Am I right? This is the thing which I am sharing about Mr. Omkar Nath Sharma. This person, every day he wakes up in the morning, walk 5 to 7 kilometers procuring non-prescription medicines. The medicines which does not require prescription from the doctors, he just picks it up from the people, and then with the help of the doctors, he just get it distributed into the needy households who require it. So that has helped saved many people. Well, the crux of this story, what did we learn? Now I want to know from you people, how much did we understand from the storytelling concept about this story? What did we understand? I want to know from you all. What is our mindset of taking or grabbing from this? Now I would request anyone, not only one, at least 3 to 4 people can volunteer and tell me what did you grab from this. Request to everyone. You can unmute and can start one by one. What did we get from this? Anyone? Trust me, guys, this will help us in the self introspection and understanding of the storytelling concept. Some or the other day, these things, not the medicine thing, but this medicine thing will help us in correlating with our procurement process of L&T, can even help us in the finance part, it can help us in the HR. But how? I want you to tell me. Can anyone? I wanted 4 volunteers, but I am happy. Whosoever wants to unmute, please speak out. What did we gain out of this story? In short,
Sir, this is NK Verma again. Sir, with this
please, sir, tell
condition,
me.
whatever medicine we are having, which is going to be waste after few days, that means after expiry date, that can be utilized by some needy persons. So we should check if it is getting
Okay,
expired. We can donate to some needy person. Even we can return to medicine shop also, because these are the national assets, and which can be
okay,
utilized by someone. We are wasting it in our house, and that can be useful for someone else. So it can be utilized by them.
perfect, perfect. Now, this is more focused onto this story which I have shown you. Now, I want someone who might have thought differently by seeing this story.
Sir, this is Sundaram again.
Yes,
So
sir.
we should be in a
Yes,
position to declare that which are all the resources available with us. We should declare that these are not used. So these are not required for me.
perfect,
So and this can be useful to somebody else. So that declaration should start
perfect,
from us.
perfect, sir. See, this is how we just took one more step ahead. We spoke about resourcefulness also. So now, when we are reading a story, doesn't mean we are only into the story, but we also have to understand that we take out something from the story that could help us in analyzing how it could help us for the other aspect of our lives. Resourcefulness. I take this point boldly. Anyone else who have understood something different from this story?
Again, it's Veloidan.
Yes, sir.
It seems like
Tell me.
Medicine Baba has seen both the friends. Like he has seen the well-to-do family how they are treating these medicines. After using 3 days medicine, they used to throw it up, and he has seen the other side also. where people are left out without any medicines and they have been turned away from hospitals. So after seeing both the friends, he is able to see, okay, this is somewhere I can help the social needy by bridging the gap. So this is something like a creativity of the
Perfect.
medicine baba to help the people.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So you took it in more of a creative form. So I take yours and Mr. N.K. Verma's point in the same aspect. It's about how he has tried helping in a more creative way rather than
Yep.
wasting the resources, how he has tried utilizing it for the needy ones. Thank you very much. Now I would request others who are on mute and silently observing, I would request someone to come up and tell me what did you get from this story. Someone else. Anyone else would like to take this challenge and tell what did you analyze and introspect from this? Anyone?
Hello,
Last entry for this.
Sir
Yes, sir.
Subramanian.
Yes, sir. Tell me.
Sir, actually, what I could understand from this is there is an idea uh, taken voluntarily by this incarnate Sharma, which
Okay.
he expects there will be a problem in future,
Mm-hmm.
and without means it may happen tomorrow or it may happen after 1 year. I could see there is some bridge collapsed in Delhi, and he saw many
Okay.
people injured and turned away from hospitals because they didn't have medicines. So now
Perfect.
he came for the needy people. He is trying to help them. Now expecting something will happen, for the good sake, and he started this idea and he is developing it. So
Wonderful. So I
the
take
same way,
the point here. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Sorry,
So
continue,
the
please.
same way, if we can develop some idea which may help in future, for maybe for ourselves or for the company, for both.
Wonderful. So I take this as a vision. The
Yes,
vision what he had kept is
yes,
something unique, right?
Sir, this
So
is
we
AK
yes,
saw
Verma. Sorry
different
to,
different aspects.
yes.
Yes, yes, please tell me.
sir, I would like to add more one more point here. From this idea,
Please.
we have got an idea that we can create a central point for each every item. Sir, some
Hmm.
item may be waste for me, but that can be utilized by someone else. Any type of
Yes,
material, either clothing, medicine, foods, or accessories, whatever things is there. So one we can create a center point where whatever waste for me, I can deposit here, and whoever want it can collect from there. So one common point we can develop for any type of material, a different type of material, 2 3 common point, like that is clothing, for medicine, daily needs, or whatever things. From there people can go and collect, and whatever extra surplus
perfect.
for me, I can deposit here, there. So by that exchange,
Absolutely.
person can get the materials.
Absolutely. Wonderful. So there are certain centers where people are even collecting books. Even we, as part of excelpundit.com, we have started off an initiative where we have given books, we have made a stock where people can come collect the books free of cost. They can even donate books there for the students or for the children, needy people. The same concepts can be reutilized anywhere with zero investment, guys. Zero investment. We
Correct,
have
sir.
our school time books, we have our used clothes, we have a lot of things. We can use this creativity in every aspect. Wonderful. Thank you very much to each and every one of you who have participated here. Now, before I move on to the next story, I'll just show you a glimpse of that. Charity. Now, here, there is something unique which has happened. I could not digest that. Now, my question to everyone, okay? If some people are hesitated to speak, you can at least put it in the chat window. I wanted to read, to listen to each and every one of you. Please trust me, it is very good. In such a time, we should talk. You tell me, if I give, or if you get 1 crore rupees in your bank account today, what would you do? All of a sudden, at 5 o'clock dot, you get 1 crore balance in your bank account from some source. Forget about that, some valid source. What would you do with that? Anyone can answer that. Please feel free. This is the only time we can talk on these aspects. We can be more creative in solving the problems. Will invest in the future. Mr. Dinesh says that. Wonderful. Thank you, sir. Anyone else?
Hi, this is Vakar.
Yes, sir. Tell me.
Yeah, we will be planning in the investment of new house or land purchase or market and all this. These are the proposals for the future
Wonderful.
investment things. How will be people will be looking.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Any more? I could see 46 people. Any more? Please do come up quick. It's very easy. You just have to open the chat, type, or just unmute and speak. No problem. Ratna Mishra will first see from where this money has come. Very valid point, Ratna. Let me tell you, the source is decent. Say Mr. Narendra Modi has announced by today 5 o'clock, every one of us is gonna get 1 crore in our bank accounts, and that really happens. Keeping the jokes apart, just think. Let's go in more optimistic sense. So the source is correct. It is not coming from some wrong source. Mr. Prabir Kumar says, buy a car. Wonderful, sir. 1 crore car. Beautiful. NK Verma, today's scenario we can use for feeding needy people. Tanmay says, keep a portion of the amount for my family's future and keep the balance amount for society. Wonderful. Murli, check how it has come, and 50% for donations. Wonderful. So, guys, when we see okay. Thanks, Ratna Mishra. Will give a portion to orphanage and YKM say on fixed returns. See how much creative our minds are. We have our plans ready. We have our scope. What are our future plans? How have we planned our investments? If we get this, if we get that, the same thing now lies on the story. For free education and free health service, okay, Mr. Vignesh Chandrasekharan says 50% for self, other for poor family. Wonderful. That's why we are all Indians. We have very genuine heart. We obviously, first it is a service to us and then service to the nation. That's how the culture we follow, and we are all proud of it. Now, this untold story of Mr. Kalyan Sundaram. Now, how many of you have heard of him? How many of you have heard of Mr. Kalyan Sundaram? Anyone?
No.
This
I
time I
heard about
would
him in the
request you
newspaper,
guys
sir.
to say yes or no.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Not.
I heard
Sorry, sir.
about him in the newspapers.
Wonderful. Thanks, Mr. Shaganmuga. Moldy, sir. Yes. Good. Okay. Good. So that means we have heard of him. This gentleman, 70 years old librarian, has donated every penny of his earning towards charity. He just took odd part-time jobs to earn some sort of extra money for survival, and he never got married. We have lot many examples. These are just, a subset of it. Trust me, we have many famous figures. We have many people who have, come in limelight. Some people we know by media, some people we never know. Never. We know Do you know what was the worth of the property of Mr. APJ Abdul Kalam, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, after his death? Did we notice what did come out as a wealth he has collected? I hope we can just see such a world renowned personality would have earned billions, not billions, trillions, did not have anything. Trillions of dollars. The same thing about this gentleman. He had a pension of 10 lakhs and an award of 30 crores. And he passed everything to charity. Isn't that something unique or peculiar about him? I don't know whether I would have a heart to do that. Forget about 30 crores. See the first figure, 10 lakhs. If someone gets a pension of 10 lakhs, how would we plan out? We would start about thinking of our investments and other thing. And obviously, for obvious reasons, yes, we will do the right thing. But he has something different. And after that 10 lakhs, if someone sees 30 crores and donating those 30 crores to charity, tell me what does it require? Mind, brain, or a heart or the gut to do that? So we have to see, we have to find out, we have to just understand. The most pitiful part is that after donating all his money to charity for 30 years, he has no misgivings. He slept on railway tracks and pavements to just experience the plight of the poor. At a temperature of 45 degrees, if we don't get coolers, air coolers or air conditions or fans, what could be our situation? Just think of that. Forget about everything. Just think that for last 10 days when we are locked down, what is our situation when we are not able to go out on Saturday, Sunday or Sunday for movies or for shopping or on beaches or to watch some sort of festivals or melas, or not able to celebrate or meet our relatives, friends? Just think from that aspect. It gives the beauty of understanding the story. Now I want any one of you to tell me the crux of this. What did you get out of this? Now there is one small condition I want to put. Anyone who will answer, please do not answer based on his numbers here, 30 crores or 10 lakhs, or he slept on the railway tracks and pavements. He would have been a millionaire and a billionaire. I just wanted to understand in one line, just in one statement. I would request you guys to tell me, what did we understand out of this? What are you taking from this? Anyone, please unmute yourself. Feel free to talk. Trust me, guys, you will feel good. Unmute yourself, talk for 10 days. We are just locked.
It's
Right
Velayudan.
time. Akshit says, do things which make you feel happy. Yes, sir.
Yeah, on seeing this untold charities
Tell
of
me, sir. We are
Mr.
able to hear
Kalyana
you.
Sundaram, yeah, what I do feel is his passion and something like money is not everything. And on the
Hmm.
lighter side, what I am feeling is he may be having a worst flashback kind of things which we need to interrogate, because this is something like a highly unique character. Nobody in this world can do this kind of things. So something what I would say is something like worst flashback. There may be something like that which makes him that money is not everything and he is helping the people. That's what I have felt.
Wonderful, sir. Wonderful. I really appreciate the way we are having the answers. Am I audible to everyone? I'm sorry, I'm just putting this because all of a sudden I just heard
Yes,
silence.
Chandra, you're audible. You are audible to all.
Yeah, yeah, audible,
Yeah,
man.
you're very
Okay.
audible, sir. Audible.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
You're audible.
So I got beautiful answers. Self-satisfaction. Mr. Deepak Kumar says, Ratna Mission, the king. So for being a storyteller, in whether it is a crisis or it is a good time, please do understand we just have to take the gist, the summary of it. We just have to take the summary of it. When we start taking up the stories, when we start, okay, I hope I'm a bit louder. I'm sorry, this is just a mic testing. 1 2 3 1 2 3. Am I loud enough, guys? I could see in chat like I should be bit louder. Am I loud enough?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Nice to see the chats from people. Thank you very much, guys. Now, I'll go to the last story here. Have we heard of Mr. Gangadhar Tilak Katnam? Most of you, I hope people who have joined from Andhra might have heard his story. Anyone who have heard his name? Well, silence. I hope no. Okay, fine. I could see mixture of answers. Yes, no. Well, let me tell you, there. How many of us bother about the situation of the roads or the situation of the society, other than we do the good deeds for the nation and for our job, for our country, for our company, for ourselves, for our families? We take out some time. I definitely, I am 100% sure every one of you are doing some or the other things. But this gentleman, again in a car accident, we feel somewhere our subconscious mind feels okay. After retirement from to everyone, yeah, so there was some problem. The voice was breaking. Now is it fine? The connection is re-established. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. Now I hope it is audible for everyone, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Perfect. Thank you very much, guys. Yeah, so this story, let me just reiterate the story, because there has been some fluctuations in internet. Yeah, I'm sorry for that. It's a global situation currently. This gentleman, Mr. Gangadhar Tilak Katnam, had been on a mission to fill the potholes on Hyderabad roads. Just by seeing the fatalities happening on the highways and on the roads in the night, how people are bearing the glitch of the potholes and they are dying, this gentleman, who is an retired Indian railway professional, he is on a mission to fill those potholes. Now tell me, this person till now has filled 1125 potholes to make Hyderabad road safer for commuters. What do we understand from this? What are we trying to get from this? What is he up to? And what benefit is he going to get out of it? He would have a privileged life. An Indian Railways retired personnel getting his pension. He can spend time with his son-in-law, daughter-in-law, son, and grandkids, and they would be grandparents. Now tell me, what is the objective here? If we try to speak, we could just say, uh, a safety measure for the society, thinking good for the society. Can anyone try to tell me what this gentleman has been trying to do and what is his benefit in this? Now, being as the last story of this webinar, I want you people to do a self retrospection and come up with a point and tell me something which is peculiar. What you understand peculiar here? Anyone can unmute yourself and speak.
Bhargav speaking. Uh, the
Yes, Bhargav.
person, yes, the person Tilak Katnam. He want to convey
Mm-hmm.
to the people that uh, by
Mm-hmm.
doing his selfless service to Hyderabad roads, he want to make aware that anyone uh, wants to do something to the society, he can do by doing these small things like uh, filling the potholes and making roads safer. I think so. He might have seen some fatalities
Wonderful.
before his eyes. So, due to that, if he makes today and he starts a trend of making roads safer, tomorrow somebody would make the road safer so that he would be safe from one of the pothole. He may think like that, and it is the
Wonderful.
trend. He is an inspiration to the new generation to make those rates safer, and he's also pointing out, it's not pointing out, he's also indicating that other
Mm-hmm.
who are the responsible persons are not doing their work properly. That is the reason people are taking their work to complete.
Mm-hmm.
he is also
Wonderful.
showing a he is also showing a strong point to the government or the NH highway authority that I am doing your work and I am working to make the road safer. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Bhargav. So, guys, he left. Okay, let me just read out for you all what I have received in the chat. So people says, Mr. Adnan says positive attitude. Mr. Shanmugan says a pothole accident could hurted him and this could have saved life of many further. Rama Prasad says save lives helping others. Subramaniam says he left personal identity and did whatever is possible for him after retirement. And Mr. Shanmugam again says he feels he can save some life. Wonderful, guys. Now, if I ask you in one word, how could you define this man? Yes, it could be like he is him engaging himself, Mr. Velayudan says. after retirement? Yeah, could be. But why did he use his personal earnings to fill potholes to keep him engaged? People in our country, we don't tend to spend money unless and until it is very critical or crucial for us. Something happened with him. Tushar says that. Kushal says save the nation. Prabir Kumar says give back to society. Murli says road doctor. Wonderful. YKM says every action taken will have expiry like medicine. He is giving it back to the society. Self-satisfaction. Vishnu says socially responsible person. As Balamurgan says, he makes the point that for doing good things, we need not wait for authorities always. Veladin says, maybe again a worst past. Thank you so much for the responses, guys. Now, I would say it as a selfless cause, doing a selfless service. You need not do, not everyone can do the, a bureaucracy job, or not everyone can be a politician or a doctor or an engineer to do something. Anyone and everyone on this planet is self capable of doing self service to this nation. It can be not only just nation. If we do even in the nearby vicinity, any self service, that's the self service mission. It gives satisfaction. It might solve problems for people. It might bring smile on faces of the families who are saved from the accidents which could have happened because of these potholes on the roads. So I would say there are many aspects, guys. Many, too many aspects attached to it. Too many aspects. Now, going back to the last pattern of our webinar, as a storyteller, I want you guys. Now, guys, this is the last activity. Those who are really wanted, who have the gist to participate, please feel free. I am open for more number of volunteers here. I do understand it can be even 0 volunteer, or it can be even 4, 5, 10, anyone. I would request, by seeing the time constraint, this activity which I am going to give now, I want your participation here. Okay? Are we ready? May I get a yes or no? And I would request, like how Mr. Narendra Modi, our Prime Minister, had requested, everyone coming out of the house and, ringing bells, plates, clapping. Similarly, I would request each and every one of you to unmute yourself and say a yes in one go, so that we can begin with our activity and show our enthusiasm and participation here. Can we begin?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you very much.
Yeah.
Yes.
See? Wonderful. Well, now I would request you to thank you. Thank you. I would hear a few yeses coming slowly, but yes, I just wanted the unmute button to be clicked in one go and all yeses to pour in within 15 seconds from now. We have 15 seconds, guys. Unmute yourself, say yes, and
Yes.
let's begin with our activity.
Yes,
Yes.
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 Yes, yes.
13, 12,
Yes.
11,
Yes.
10, 9,
Yes, yes.
8, 7,
Yes.
6, 5,
Yes.
4,
Yes.
3,
Yes.
2,
Yes.
1.
Yes.
Time out.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. Thanks a lot, guys. Thank you very much. Now, I would request you all to please mute yourself. And now, when I tell you the activity, let's do this activity collectively. Okay? My activity is something like this. I hope you are able to see my screen. Now, let me show you the next slide. We said hello, we said yes. Now, the activity is I will show you 3 words. Do you see 3 words here? Hate, virus, money. Now, I want you guys to quickly, this should be like fastest finger first. Just unmute yourself and tell me one statement what came to your mind immediately by reading the word hate. Guys, come on, quick. Unmute yourself. Tell me what came to your mind by seeing word hate.
I hate
Hate
this
virus.
lockdown.
Hate lockdown.
Hate the lockdown. Why? Hate lockdown. Okay.
I hate this virus.
Anyone else, please? Hate the virus. Perfect. Okay. I'm emphasizing on one word at a time. Hate. What comes to your mind first? Please speak it out. Everyone. Wonderful opportunity, guys. Just speak up. Speak up whatever comes to your mind. Hate. What hate?
I hate the people's violating the rules. Like for the
Wonderful.
national curfew, the social distance, everybody is insisting. Still, many people are violating that. I really hate those peoples.
Okay, sir. Well accepted. Anyone else? Please try out, guys. I'll wait for next 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Augustine Mark says love. Wonderful. So by seeing the word hate, love comes in mind. I hate the lockdown, hate people not following the rules. Wonderful. Now the second word for you guys is virus. Can you tell me what comes to your mind first by listening this word, guys?
Split the world,
Quick.
united
I
the
want
family.
quick answers.
Coronavirus.
Wonderful. Coronavirus.
Coronavirus.
COVID. Corona.
Split the world and united the family.
Split the world, united the family. What
Virus shaken the
else?
world. Virus shaken the world.
Virus shaking the world. Wonderful, Rajiv. What else? Others? Amuta says virus is devastating. Please unmute yourself and speak. I would request the people on chats. This is the time where we can talk. No problem of the disruptions. I will mute you
It,
all if it is too much noise.
it made us to learn many things. So like this work from home culture, we are not adapted so far. We are not in that situation. It given an opportunity to learn this work from home culture. Not only this, like this, it made us to learn many things.
Wonderful, sir. So that means we are taking even the optimistic side of this lockdown. Okay, I see enemy is not visible, virus is devastating. Okay, fine, guys. Now the last word is money. What comes to your mind when you hear the word money? I want the first thing that comes to your mind. First thing, immediately.
Stock market.
Stock market. Next answer, never enough. Prabir says never enough. Wonderful, Prabir.
Money is always ultimate.
Ultimate. Next answer, quick, quick, guys. World economy, needed devil, temporary.
Economic slowdown.
Economic slowdown. Come on, come on, come on. Last 5 seconds, guys. Come on, speak up. 5, 4,
Money.
3,
Invest for future. Invest for in medical.
1. Wonderful.
Money
Thank
is
you
not
so much.
everything.
Useful.
Money is not everything. Great Depression. What else?
Useful.
Useful. Money makes everything. Wonderful. Now, here comes the final aspect. I would give you one word. I would just speak that word. Now I will not show you the word which you see in this slide, rather I will speak. Okay, so let us see this exercise where I will just speak one word, and I want you guys to right now unmute yourself, and after listening to my word, quickly speak what comes to your mind and mute yourself. So can we all unmute ourselves? I give you 3 seconds to unmute yourself. Let the disturbance happen. Let the noise come. Don't worry. I will be loud enough to tell you the word. Well, the word is the word is society. Society.
Corporate.
Speak up. Public.
We.
We are part of
We.
it.
Family.
Family.
Social
It's
responsibility.
we.
Social responsibility.
We the people.
We the people. Wonderful. Well, now you
Everyone,
can
including
all
us.
mute yourself. Everyone, including us. Wonderful. Any more? Okay. So I just put a pause on this particular activity. No further answers coming up. In the count of three. One, two, three. Well, well done, guys. This shows what comes to our mind, what our subconscious mind thinks when we encounter such sort of situations, such sort of words, and how is our psychological aspect on this. For being a storyteller, guys, trust me, when I'm trying to wrap up this session, trust me, it's very painful, but this is something which I wanted to pass as a message to you all. As a storyteller, please be caring for the other party. Please show the self responsibility, the selflessness. Do care for the person on the other side, for yourself, for your family. And at the same time, as a good storyteller, we should always be in our conscious mind when we are talking about facts, about figures, we are talking about some scenarios. We should be loud enough, we should be clear enough. When I say loud enough, it doesn't mean in our tone or the pitch, but our thoughts and our mindsets should be loud enough to speak about those stories to our businesses. So now, when you start your conversation with your businesses, please keep these mantras in your mind. Do ask them how are they doing, how are their family doing. Then get on to the business discussion. Be clear. Tell them what your company, you as part of Larsen and Toubro Group, you are doing for the society. Give them some relevant examples. Even for giving some examples, we need to know the examples. Otherwise, we cannot give anyone any facts and figures. And just speaking on the basis of some random or some on the fly numbers will create a havoc. People will lose trust as a storyteller. If you wanted to be a good storyteller, please do care for the other person. Carry the right facts and figures with you. Be bold enough and confident with the knowledge, and automatically we will be in the right spirit. So, with this, guys, I would like to wrap up this session on being a storyteller. We have seen how we have seen the blurred images, we have perceived what came to our mind, we have spoken to each other, we have seen the words. With that, what came to our mind, we again spoke to each other to see what is the impact. We have seen four stories where we have seen there was some message which was hidden there. Need not that we go on the street and start filling the potholes or start collecting the medicines, but yes, being responsible, what best you can do. If you feel being at home is the best option right now, please do that. That is also the service for ourselves. Remember, service for ourselves before the nation. So with this, I conclude my session. Well, again, this is Chandra Bhushan Singh. Thank you very much, and I enjoyed this session with you all. I hope even you have enjoyed this session. Any queries or any questions as a storyteller, I would be happy to answer you in next 2 minutes before I hand over to Sneha. Any questions, guys? I am open for questions now. And guys, please do not disconnect immediately because as part of LNT CTA Mysuru, they have to collect the ratings and feedbacks. Before dropping out, you can put on your ratings also so that this will be captured. I hope you understand. This is also part of the responsibility. Thank you, Mr. Prabhakaran. You enjoyed the class. Even I enjoyed. Thank you, Mr. Mani Rasan, sir. Thank you,
Sir,
Mr. Ganesh. Thank you,
yes,
Mr.
yes.
Narendranath. Yes,
Sir, here's the question.
please
Hello.
shoot the question.
Yeah, you
Yes, sir.
yeah,
Tell
you have
me.
shown some you have shown some blurred images and asked our opinion about that. But then you were also saying that
Yes.
I will show it in the next slide and you will change your perspective, kind of you have said something. So have we missed it or something like that, that you will be showing the clear picture of
No,
that the blurred images also?
no. So that picture is something called as a psychological aspect. As I said, I did not miss anything. Just to answer your question, it was more on in terms of understanding the psychological aspect, how our brain perceives the blurred thoughts. We are always, our brain thinks minimum to minimum 70,000 thoughts in a day. These many thoughts comes to our mind, so that blood picture was to make ourselves aware of what we are thinking, what our perception is. So to answer you precisely, it was I just wanted to bring out that part from you rather than just giving you and showing a clear image of that. This was just a psychological exercise before being a storyteller. I hope I answered
Okay.
your question, sir.
Yeah, certain. Thank you.
Thank you. So if no further questions, any last question for me before I hand over to Sneha? Well, I count till five. Five, four, three, two, one. Time up. Thank you. Good interaction. Thank you so much, guys. Sneha, over to you, please.
Thank you so much, Chandra. Well, it's end of this session. I would personally like to thank Mr. Chandra Bhushan Singh on behalf of all the participants and CTA team for making time and make us feel better by enhancing our new way of thinking, Chandra. I'm sure all the participants have taken some tips from him, and I think they have. What to say, they have understood about themselves, and I hope they are finding what is the creative aspect they are having within them. So it was a great and interactive session. Thank you so much for making them to feel better. Now I request all the participants to rate this session in chat box. Very good for 5, and 3 for good, and 1 for average. Let me repeat, very good is for 5, good is for 3, and 1 for average. I would like to thank all the participants and have a nice evening. Thank you, Chandra. Thank you.
Thank you, Sneha. Thank you, everyone. Please do quickly pour in your feedback so that once we close, we will
Yeah.
not be able to capture it. I will keep this window open for another 2 minutes before I
Yeah, I
end this
request
meeting.
all the participants to please rate this session and leave the meeting. 5 is for very good, 3 is for good, and 1 is for average. Kindly rate this session. It is really important for us to keep a track on this. Let me repeat, 5 is for very good, 3 is for good, and 1 is for average. Kindly rate this session and you can please leave the meeting.
Thanks, Kushal. Some more sessions will come. Hopefully, Sneha will give more sessions on such topics.
Yeah, sure.
CTA Mysuru team. I am privileged to have CTA Mysuru team who is taking this initiative. I should thank them.
Thank you
I
very much
request
for
Later,
the
all
nice.
the
we'll take more sessions
participants.
on these topics. Thanks,
Thank you very
Rajiv.
much. I have already rated, and thank you very much. It's a really nice session. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rajiv. Thank you so much. It boosts trainers like us. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I request all the participants to please rate this session. 5 is for very good, 3 is for good, and 1 is for average. And then you can please leave the meeting. Kindly rate this session.
We are good the rating. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you can write the numbers also, please. Thanks,
5 is for very
Prabhakaran.
good, 3 is for good, and 1 is for average. Before leaving the meeting, please rate this session with your valuable feedback. 5 is for very good, 3 is for good, and 1 is for average. Kindly rate your feedback in the chat box. I request all the participants to please rate this feedback. 5 is for very good, 3 is for good, and 1 is for average.
Fine, Sneha. I hope time up. If
Yeah,
you are
I
okay, we
guess
can
there are 10
conclude this.
participants to rate the feedback, so I'm waiting for them and let them rate the feedback.
Okay,
Chandra.
sure. I'll close after all the participants leave.
Yeah, sure. I request all of you to please rate this session. 5 is for very good, 3 is for good, and 1 is for average. And you can leave the meeting, please.
So, Sneha, I think we are done. We are past 5.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
5:05. And I hope some people might have missed to move out of the session. I see
Correct.
2, 3 people other than you and Murthy Abhishek. Yeah.
Yes, correct.
Thank you very
Yes,
much.
Chandra.
I'm
Thank
ending
you.
the
Yeah,
meeting.
thank you, Chandra.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hello?
Bye. Yeah, someone has posted the feedback now
Yeah, I
also.
think, yeah.
So,
Yes.
okay, fine.
I
So we
request
can just
Mr.
keep
Ramchandra Rao
dropping out.
to rate this session. Mr. Praveen Pratap Singh, I request you to rate this session.
Oh,
Thank you. And Mr. Praveen Pratap Singh, please rate this session. 5 is for very good, 3 is for good, and 1 is for average.
yeah, just yeah.
Thank you, Praveen. Thank you for your valuable feedback.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you, Chandra. Thank you, Murthy, and thank you, Abhishek, for being there for the whole session. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye. Take care.